Correct copyright information may not be available, which makes many book writers confused, which puts them into inappropriate assessment and impotence to rightful earning. The same thing can apply to the publishers also. In this video, we are trying to answer some important questions regarding copyrights. Bookera requests you to watch the video for complete and correct information till the end. What is copyright? Copyright, or author's right, is a legal term used to describe the rights that creators have over their literary and artistic works. Copyright protection extends only to expressions, and not to ideas, procedures, methods of operation or mathematical concepts as such. Copyright may or may not be available for a number of objects such as titles, slogans, or logos, depending on whether they contain sufficient authorship. Works covered by copyright range from books, music, paintings, sculpture, and films, to computer programs, databases, advertisements, maps, and technical drawings. What rights does copyright give me? What are my rights as author of a work? There are two types of rights under copyright: economic rights, which allow the rights owner to derive financial reward from the use of his works by others, and moral rights, which protect the non-economic interests of the author. My published work has been reproduced without my permission. What can I do? Before taking any steps, you should carefully assess whether the reproduction is in fact an infringement of your copyright. If you consider that there is an infringement of your right, you should try to identify the person responsible. If it is impossible or inappropriate to solve the problem by informal means, you can seek a legal remedy from a court or other authority. It is usually possible to bring a claim before a civil court for monetary compensation and also to prevent the continuation or repetition of the infringement. Before taking this step, though, it is often advisable and even compulsory in some states to first send a formal notification to the alleged infringer, requesting him to stop the infringement and/or to pay compensation. Alternatively, if the unauthorized reproduction amounts to the criminal offense of copyright piracy, a complaint may be submitted to the police, public prosecutor, or other competent authority in accordance with applicable local law. Who owns the copyright to a work? The first owner of copyright to a work is generally the original creator or author of the work. There are, however, some exceptions to this rule. In some countries, for example, the economic rights to a copyright work initially rest with the person, organization employing the creator. Do I need authorization to use a work protected by copyright? In general, you always need authorization. This may take the form of licensing or an assignment of rights, before using a protected work. For certain uses, the authorization may come from a collective management organization instead of directly from the right owner. How can I identify and get in touch with the copyright owner of a work? As most countries do not impose any formalities on the provision of copyright protection, locating the rights owner of a work can sometimes be difficult. Finding the rights owner of a specific work in a territory is usually possible if you contact the author or the publisher or a work, the collective management organization, the local registry of works, or the National Copyright Office. Such organizations may have databases that contain valuable information about ownership of copyrighted works. Collective management organizations may also assist you in obtaining authorization from the right owner of a work. Can I freely use works published on the Internet? A common misperception is that works published on the Internet, including on social media platforms, are in the public domain and may therefore be widely used by anybody without the authorization of the right owner. Any works protected by copyright or related rights ranging from musical compositions, to multimedia products, newspaper articles, and audiovisual productions for which the time of protection has not expired, are protected regardless of whether they are published on paper or digitally. In each case, you should, generally, seek the authorization of the right owner prior to use. Some websites contain a general license that may exempt you from requiring a direct authorization for certain uses. How long does copyright protection last? Economic rights have a time limit, which can vary according to national law. The time limit should be equal to or longer than 50 years after the creator's death.